Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So in this video tutorial, we're going to continue with JavaScript and we will continue looking at functions and also mouse events. So if you check out the previous video, we looked at using some buttons, and when we clicked a particular button, a certain function would work or run. So we're going to be doing something slightly different today. We're going to be basing it on a mouse event. If the mouse is over a particular picture, something will happen. But if a mouse goes out, then something else will happen instead. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I need to do first of all is save this. And we just go to my desktop, information technology, JavaScript, part 2. We're now looking at functions. And I'm just going to make a new folder since we're going to be using a picture. And I want to make sure all of the files are in the same place. So this we can call rollover. Okay, save. So what I'm going to do first of all is just let's go back and just copy my picture. So I need a picture of an apple and an orange. So I'm just going to copy these pictures, the same ones I've been using in previous tasks. Okay. Right, let's get started. So we can give this page a title called rollover. That's the head section. So in the body section is where we're going to add some content now. And what we're going to do before we add any JavaScript is just load up a picture of an apple. So img, okay, for the image tag. And we're going to give this tag an identifier, which we can refer to later. And we're going to call this pic1. And the source of the picture, so src, is going to be the apple JPEG. Okay. And what we'd like to do also is just to set the size of this picture. Let me just do that again. To 100 by 100. Okay, and height as well. 100 pixels. Let's close the tag and let's see what we have. So let me just save this first of all back into that folder. It should be already in that folder, yeah. And let's have a look in the browser and see what we have. So we have the picture of the apple here. What we're going to do actually, I'm going to increase the size. Let's make it 300 by 300 instead. Save the changes. And if I go to my browser, you can see the picture's gone a little bit bigger. That's fine, because obviously when we have the rollover effect, then we can see the change in picture. Okay, so that's done, no problem. We are going to come back to this tag at some point, and we're going to have an event which refers to one of these functions that we're about to do. So now let's add the JavaScript. Okay. And the first function we're going to do is the rollover function. So when the mouse goes over the picture, what we want to do is change the picture to another fruit. So let's type in here function. And we can give this function a name. I'm just call it image roll over. Open these brackets. We don't need to pass any variables through the curly brackets. And what we're going to do is change this ID to the new picture. So document get element by ID. We want to refer to pic1. Okay, and then what we want to do is change the source of this picture to the orange picture. So src equals open speech marks jpg. Okay, so let's see if that works. Actually, it's not going to work yet because now we need to have an event over here. So I'm just going to make a space. So on, not click because we don't have a button, mouse over. So when the mouse goes over this picture, we want to run this function that's going to change the picture from the apple to the orange picture. So the name of the function is image rollover. We also need those brackets. So on mouse over, we're going to run this function here. Okay, right, let's check if this is going to work. Let's go into the browser and check. It should change. Just get rid of that. I'll just make it a little bit smaller so you can see what we're doing. Save. And you can see the picture's changed to the orange. But what we want to do is when the mouse goes back over it, so when the mouse is off the picture, it should return back to the apple. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this function. Oh, let's do it again just for practice. It's good to write these out. And I'm going to call this function mouse out. So when the mouse goes off the picture, okay, open brackets and then the curly ones. And then what we want to do is change the picture back to the apple. So we're going to write document get element by ID, which identifier we're referring to is going to be pick one again. So we can insert the speech marks, pick one, and dot source equals, and then we want to change it back to the apple dot gpg, and then we want to put the event here as well. So on mouse out, so when a mouse comes off the picture, we want to refer to this function here. We want to run this function here called mouse out. Put a name into here. Just zoom out so you guys can see what we're doing. I'm just going to get rid of this. Actually, you don't need to have that there. Save the changes. And let's just refresh this. So we've got the apple picture. When the mouse goes over it, it's the orange. When the mouse comes off the picture, it should return back to the apple. So it's like a rollover effect, as you can see there. Okay, guys, so this was a quick tutorial. We're going over some other events. So in the previous videos, we looked at on clicked, when we click a particular button. This is on mouse over and mouse out. So when the mouse goes over a picture, we run this function to change the picture to an orange. When the mouse goes out of the picture, so it's going to run this function here and return a picture of the apple. Right, guys, I hope that makes sense. I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.